Hello, all you beautiful souls out there. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in the world. This is going to be our next 72-hour reading where we just check in and see what topic Spirit wants to talk about in the upcoming days, what we might encounter in the energy. So we have the Four of Cups coming out here with clarified by the Fool and Temperance. So this is like tempering that Fool energy. So this almost feels like there might be, give me just a second. I want to get this final card out here. So we have also the Five of Cups. So in the center, we have this kind of, it's almost like there might be something we're sad about right now, like something that might be that we're releasing, we're letting go of, that we're, I feel like this person on the Five of Cups, they're looking at this, like, I see the river as a river of emotions, that this person is almost reflecting upon their emotions about something. It's memories, things coming up that are drawing us to something or keeping something in our energy field that we may have had to release, we may have had to move on from. And I'm getting with the Four of Cups being clarified by the Fool and the Temperance card, I'm getting this feeling with that Four of Cups of how he's kind of drinking here. It's another image of someone who is reflecting on things, thinking about something from the past, thinking about a choice they made or a decision they made, and maybe feeling a little bit down and sorry for themselves, especially with the Five of Cups here. So there might be something that comes up for us to look at and review over the next few days, over this weekend. There might be some emotions that come up to the surface for us to look at, things, choices we made from the past, decisions that we may have made that we may have a little bit of regret over in the moment. And what it is it's coming on to help us process and move on. And that doesn't mean maybe move on forever for good. It just means move on in the sense of letting it go, knowing that whatever this is, it had to be, you had to release it for now, because for whatever reason it wasn't aligning with you, whatever that thing was. So say if you had to move on from a person or a job or a place that you lived, it doesn't mean that you'll never revisit that again. It's just you're thinking of the memories you had, may come up and say, you may start questioning yourself, did I make the right choice here? With the Hangman and the Ten of Cups, it's like we're really thinking about the good times of whatever that was that we're releasing. And so it's painting that in a very positive light. And we're almost not, we're so focused on the good memories, we may forget why it is that we had to release it or we had to let it go. And that's where it gets a little bit tricky for us. If you've ever experienced that where you knew, like maybe you went to a job every day and you were really struggling with, getting up and going to the job, and you knew that you needed to do something else. Maybe you were struggling with getting along with coworkers, or you're struggling, whatever, dynamic you were struggling with that job, but you knew you had to get another job. Maybe it was just money. Maybe you needed more money and they couldn't give you more money. And so it's like in this moment, you're forgetting the reasons why you had to shift to something else, why you had to release this thing. You're only looking at the positive. So if we take that job analogy, you're thinking about all the positives of that job I liked the hours, I liked the flex time, or I liked the people, or I liked my boss, or you're looking at, you're reflecting on the positive only and forgetting. It's like in this moment, just this moment in time, you're forgetting about the bad, or not necessarily the bad, but the reasons. When you have your pros and cons list, you're kind of forgetting about the cons of this, whatever this is that you have released. And so it's almost putting it in this very dreamy, nostalgic energy of of almost like, did I make the right choice? Almost a regretful energy. But deep down, you do know that you had to release it. So it's just part of that grieving process of letting something go, of grieving something that is coming to an end. And I feel like this is just a pause with this temperance and the fool. It's like it's the pause before you embark on the new, before you move forward. It's just that one last look, that one last glance backwards. So you might be a little bit emotional this weekend. I think that's the main message that wants to come through for this next 72 hours. Is there might be something that comes up that you get a little nostalgic for. You get a little where you're in this dreamy energy of thinking about all the positives, the rainbows, butterflies, unicorns, about whatever it was that you let go. And it may bring up a little bit of twinge of regret, and maybe like, did I make the right choice? But deep down in your heart, you know that you did make the right choice. It's just kind of that final step of release, that final letting go, that final goodbye, before we move forward and embark on the new. And so it's like getting that last look. I'm getting that we're in that suspended energy with the temperance and the hangman. We're kind of getting it's like we're almost like suspending time for one last moment to really just stack up or remember the good about something, so we don't walk away maybe on a negative note. That we're focusing on the good times and in this final moment. But it will bring up emotion. So I do want to let you know that you may find yourself a little bit emotional this weekend, but it will pass. Okay, it will pass. It's just a hot moment of nostalgia that'll pass. I feel as soon as almost as quickly as it will come. So spirits just want to let you know that you may be in the next few days. You might have that longing, that regret, that that almost urge to want to, like, did I make the right choice? But deep down, if you check back in with yourself, you'll know that you made the right choice. You'll be ready. It's like preparing you, to do that final purge of the energy before you go in the new. Because you can't, that's part of the process, is that we only have so much energy that we can work with as a person. So it's like we have to release something in order to bring something in. You think about like a relationship, because we only have like so much time, energy, and effort. So it's like if you have a relationship, you usually have to like how do I want to describe this? I don't want to get so, trigger anybody here. But it's like when you have to kind of release that person's energy out of your energy field before you can fully embrace or let someone fully into your energy field again. Because otherwise there might be that competition for your energy, and that can be a little bit challenging. And so it's like and this is why things have to be released, exactly for this reason right here of what I'm talking about, because there's that nostalgia. And if we don't release those thoughts, the feelings around that regret, or what could potentially pull us backwards, then we would stay where we are, or we may be pulled back into something, instead of moving forward. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know that I explained it maybe in the best way, but this is happening for a very important reason, so that we can do that final break with whatever we're moving on from, so that we're not taking that with us going forward. I hope that makes a little more sense. I think I said it a little bit better that way. So that's what I have for you guys over the next 72 hours. I hope this helps you in some small way. I thank you for joining me, and I wish you the best today. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my friends.